Ladies and gentlemen, we are now at the main sessions of this amazing forum, the panel discussions. I would like to invite our amazing panelists attending in our studio and also virtually. First is Ibu Mira Tayyiba, Secretary General of the Ministry of Communication and Informatics Indonesia. She was an expert staff of digital transformation, creativity, and human resources from Coordinating Ministry of Economy since 2020 and other strategic positions. And we have also Professor Bambang Brojonegoro. Professor Bambang is a chairman of Indonesia Forum Foundation. He was a Minister of Research and Technology and also Minister of National Development Planning to 2019-2021. He was also a Minister of Finance 2014-2016. And we also have Mr. Rizky Kramadibrata, President of Grab Indonesia. Bapak Rizky led and oversee the business operations and strategic partnership of Grab in Indonesia. He was a Managing Director of Grab Indonesia. So these are our panelists. Allow me to ask for permission to join you. Hello, good morning Ibu Mira. Good morning Hanum. Yes, I hope you are well and in good health. You look great, Ibu Mira. We have Ibu Mira joining us. And in our studio, we have Professor Bambang and also Mr. Rizky. We are all of us wearing batik to embrace the beauty of Indonesian batik. Allow me to repeat some of my key introduction. Indonesia is a home to a vibrant and rapidly growing digital ecosystem that includes innovation startups, homegrown firms, and international platforms. It is predicted that by 2025, the digital economy in Indonesia will have reached $124 billion, up from $44 billion in 2021. And when we're talking about pandemic accelerate digital adoptions by SMEs. The report shows that 78% of surveyed micro, small, medium enterprises agree that they can reach more customers and sell more to each customers through digital platforms. And the panel discussion will explore the value of digital platforms in Indonesia and its potential to contribute to economic recovery from the pandemic. The session will bring together key players from the public and private sectors to understand the impact and role of digital platforms in Indonesia and how we can fully harness the potential of the country's digital ecosystem. Now we are going to discuss the landscape digital economy in Indonesia. Right now I am going to go to Professor Bambang. Indonesia's digital economy is predicted to become worth of $124 billion by 2025, but TFGI's report shows a gap in adoption between consumers and business. 68% of consumers surveyed had made an online purchase in the past 12 months, but online sales made up only 13% of food and e-commerce sale. So what will be main issues, main challenges that Indonesia has to face concerning digital adoptions and also consumers' rights protections? First, I would like to appreciate this initiative, Grab initiatives, to develop or establish Tech for Good Institute, because Indonesia at the moment is in the middle of digital transformation. Indonesia has the potential to become a center of digital economic development, at least in Southeast Asia, considering the size of our economy. Our GDP is above $1 trillion, and also our income per capita continue to increase. Disrupted by the pandemic, but continue to increase and remain growing. There is a high potential of growth still. And we also need to consider that our structure of population is youth populations, or known as demographic bonus. That's why in Indonesia it is highly potential to develop digital business. And when we're talking about digital device, of course it's quite normal, because of our geographic locations. We are an archipelago, and one of the challenges of archipelago is connectivity between region, connectivity between islands, because we have thousands of islands. So that is a challenge in its own respect. And then secondly, variations, on the level of income, level of education, also level of understanding on digital technology. Of course, that's why it is normal that there are groups of people that are, highly adaptive to digital transformations, and some others are relatively left behind. That's why when we're talking about online activities, food, for instance, food, only 13%. But when we're talking about 13% out of a total number of Indonesia's populations, the number in absolute manner is actually higher, quite high compared to other countries in the world. Why we're not, accelerating as fast as other countries? So what I would like to position is that in Indonesia, the most important thing is for us to be able to strengthen the infrastructure. When we're talking about infrastructure, there are two. First is network coverage, and second is internet speed. This is what explains digital divide. Coverage out of 74,000 villages across Indonesia, there are 14,000 that are not connected at all, and cellular network remains limited. So, and then the next one is speed. So, if they are connected by network, there's also a problem with speed, So in order to conduct a more complex activity, not only e-commerce but also online education, telemedicine, the internet speed is highly important, highly crucial. Highly important, highly crucial. So globally, unfortunately, the average our average internet speed is 28 Mbps. It is far from global average of 113 Mbps. But the problem is in the 28 Mbps, there is a large disparity. There's a large disparity. Some areas can access a highest speed internet, and some other not. So when we're talking about MSMEs, our effort to encourage more economic platforms, especially via O2O, is very important. So if maybe there are merchants conducting or participating in O2O, or that are left behind compared to other SMEs because of the internet connections. Consumers would like to purchase, but because of the slow internet connections, they are not, they don't purchase. And then of course, we cannot forget the factor of skills. Yeah, we have coverage, we have network, we have speed. Yeah, but also skills. Yeah, what do we use our internet connection for? Yeah, if we're only using it for social media, for entertainment, then we don't see productivity out of using internet, and we will see digital divide further. Because those who understand how to use the internet can optimize the use of the internet. Those who don't know how to maximize the potential of the internet, then they will not be able to progress. And digital divide, and I guess that is what happened around us. They're using WhatsApp only for social media. We will need a concrete solution, yeah, to bridge the gap. How or what can we do to bridge the gap so that we can create a more inclusive environment? What is the solution? Yes, it requires collaborations, accelerations of digital transformations, not only in the hands of the government. Government is, of course, responsible to prepare infrastructure, provide public education on digital skills, and create as many digital talent as possible. But of course, for private sector, because we hope for our younger generations, because we have our bonus demographic, and they are the generations that are interested in in this digital transformation. And we are looking at harnessing more ideas on how to use digital platforms, how to use digital platforms to answer solutions. How can we come up with as many solutions as possible, and for private sectors can provide a proper proper incubations for it to be able to be realized. So I hope that future innovation startups can answer or can immediately answer the need of the society, because we feel that in economy we feel that the demand appears because of their needs, because of certain needs. And if suppliers can provide needs, then transaction will happen. Yes, the state provide infrastructure. So this is, the young people responsibility also to move with innovations, to provide concrete solutions to bridge the gap on digital economy. Thank you very much, Professor, for your kind response. And I would like to continue with Ibu Mira. Ibu Mira, when we're talking about pandemic from the side of the government, pandemic has accelerated economic growth through digital platform, assist SMEs to continue to serve their customers, and it can create social growth, especially on education and health, including telemedicine. And my question is, Mira, Indonesia is a vast archipelago. So to realize digital economy, we need to ensure that all cities, all regions, or villages can benefit from technology. So what are the strategies that can be adopted by the government or private sectors to accelerate digitalizations, to bridge the gap and digital divide? What are the strategies of the government? Thank you very much, Hanum. Indeed, as mentioned by Prof. Bambang, us in Ministry of Communication and Information Technology of the Republic of Informatics of Republic of Indonesia, we realize that accelerations of digital transformation really is a must today. Of course, digital transformation is inevitable. So we are as Dr. Bambang Susanto mentioned, also for sectors that adopt digital technology, that adopt and adaptive with digital technology, then they can accelerate faster. Indeed, this is the digital paradox, because digital is supposed to be able to bridge the gap, bridge the divide. But on the other hand, we are witnessing, the increase in digital divide. And the same happens with the society. The society, members of the society that can immediately adapt and adopt, they can accelerate. But those who are unable to adapt and adopt because of economic conditions, they be more isolated, more left behind. Us in the Ministry of Communication and Informatics, we prepare a complete upstream to downstream solutions, especially on infrastructure. So, as information in the past 2 years, our ministry, we have accelerated the provision of fiber optic and also satellite. We are using 4G as baseline, and including in the villages, all 4G for villages. We are going to cover more than 12,000 villages, and we start to deploy 5Gs in several areas as well. We transform digital or analog TV to digital TV, to continue accelerating broadband access. We have many menus, many strategies, not only in hard infrastructure, but also soft infrastructure. When we're talking about soft infrastructure, we're talking about a pyramid, from the basic literacy for general public. In the middle, digital talent scholarship for development of skills, and on top is digital leaders, policy makers, both at government sectors, executive body, and also in other sectors, because literacy for policymaker is also very, very important to provide as many spaces as possible for innovation. So we understand, when we're talking about infrastructure building, it requires investment. It requires funding. So at the moment, our national budget support, our rupiah from our national budget support digital acceleration. And we also have a USO fund, 1.25% out of the gross income. We gather this for development in the remote areas and also in the border areas. We also proceed with the strategy of collaborations between private and public sector. and it was initiated in the era of Professor Bambang. This is the method that we continue to use to accelerate provision of infrastructure. So that is from the side of funding and investment. Secondly, we also look at how industry remain healthy, efficient, and competitive, including through facilitations of industrial consolidation that we hear, such as Indosat and Hutchinson. Just recently. So when we open cellular industry, in the past there are too many players, but in the era, in the past it is considered adequate. But as the number of internet user increases, we need a faster, because not only that we are sharing text, but also pictures, but also videos. So in addition to funding and non-funding, another thing that we do is that for us to invite all stakeholders to participate. So our menu and strategies is not only hard infrastructure but also soft infrastructure. We are supported by 119 partners for digital literacy, corporation, universities, communities. All of them have their part in developing digital. So this morning, we also signed a MOU with Grab. Grab Indonesia is now a big family of Kominfo, or Ministry of Communication and Informatics, as a part of digital literacy. We agree that digital transformation is our responsibility. A pentahelix collaboration, all parties must contribute, must have the contribution. So our vision for digital development is inclusive and empowering. Those are the two principles to reach productivity. So for inclusivity, one of the aspects is spatial. For outermost of Indonesia. In reality, inclusive not only in spatial, but also in a form of a group, group communities or society groups, vulnerable community groups, including children. Children these days, they are using internet for remote educations, remote learning. This is a different topic, but what I would like to point out is that this is our responsibility to protect vulnerable groups, including our children in the digital world. How we create online safety, because it's a jungle out there. The bottom line is, in addition to preparing all the hard infrastructure, digital literacy is key. This is a two sides of the same coin. Hard infrastructure and soft infrastructure is part of the package. So we have funding strategies, and we have a strategy to make the industry ecosystem healthy and collaborations with various stakeholders. We are optimistic that what we are aspiring to for inclusive digital economy can be realized. Thank you very much, Mira. From the side of the government, there are many different menus, from upstream to downstream, hard infrastructure, but also soft infrastructure. Internet safety is key. Internet safety is very important. So parental control is something or a campaign that we can put forward as well. Thank you very much, Mira. for your comments, and I would like to continue with Pak Rizky. Grab is one of the digital platforms that open so many opportunities through your innovations. Grab food, Grab bike, Grab car. I mean, all of those are included in Grab initiatives. So based on the experience of Grab Indonesia, what are the key factors of the success in digital adoption? Thank you. Thank you very much, Hanum. Thank you very much. For acceleration of digital adoption require collaborations of all stakeholders, and Grab play an important role. We hear from Ibu Mira the importance of collaborations, especially Pentahelix collaborations, and our role from private sectors. It is also important to increase demand from the society. When we're talking about digital transformation, it's already moving toward platform economy. Platform economy is simple. Technology provide a platform, to meet or to allow people to meet from the consumers, from the SMEs, from the drivers, from logistic providers. It's a platforms that unite different stakeholders for economic necessity, for digital growth, digital economic growth. And naturally, this platform also increase adoptions. As you mentioned, Grab, we have so many services, but if we look back in 2014, we started with a ride-hailing app, Grab bike, Grab car. But now, as we are moving to platform economy, we become a super apps that connect different platforms. We have delivery logistics. I can mention many others as well. On its own, it increased demand, it increased needs, and automatically adoption increases. And in the past, we're talking also about the digital divide. We can address this. What about those who are left behind? Our role as private sector is innovation to provide service that are user friendly to the segments that has the potential to be left behind. We have our Grab, one of our service, Grab Just Tip. Grab Just Tip is one of our services. This naturally is a service for a person to buy something without having that merchant registered to us. So they can purchase through our drivers. If we, for instance, purchase some household utensils or other things that are not from merchants that are not registered in Grab. And what I would like to share also, traditional market that is, traditionally, conventionally, it's not a part of digital market or digital economy, but we need to also lead them for digital transformation. Grab Just Tip, we have 7,000 traditional market partners. In Medan, we have traditional market partner, one Ibu there, and during the pandemic, her income, of course, decreases. and decreases, and she's not, digital literate, and she is prone or vulnerable to be left behind. But through Grab Just Tip, she has this bridge. The transaction is online, and then through our drivers, and we register her TOI as well. So this is an enabler, an enabler like Grab Express as well. This is an enabler to also safeguard those who are vulnerable to be left behind. So the next thing that I would like to also share, also shared by Ibu Mira, the importance of the use of technology, digital technology, not only for entertainment purposes, but in the era of economic platform, how we use digital for productivity. In our platform, in Grab platform, it may not, because, excuse me, if I may repeat, the partners, our partners witness this. Our consumers do not see this. We have a platform, Grab Academy. Our consumers do not see this, but our partners benefit from it. Through Grab Academy, for them to build their capacity in order to progress. And then in the app, we also have Grab Merchant. They can learn to analyze their business. They start learning to look at simple reports on their business growth, or a day, or the menu that most popular menu, or most popular day, so that they can manage their merchant. I would like to mention one other thing as well. Despite all of the initiatives from Grab, it is very important to look at success story as well, because adoption is also very, very important. Through success story, people are getting attracted to the success of their friends. We have many examples, and this example is suitable with eastern part of Indonesia. At the end of this year, there was a survey from one of the institutions, the LPAM University of Indonesia. This study is conducted in Kupang. Two findings. First is the Terang Malam study, to look at digital impact or Grab impact on the lighting in their areas. The result of the study, in places where Grab has merchants over there is a growth in electricity, in lighting infrastructures. And that is the finding, that is the result. And then secondly, the past 2 years, 2019 to 2021, 30% of Grab Food partners are new businesses. This means that through digital adoption also improve the new businesses. So at the end, allow me to emphasize, so in addition to initiatives that we provide, success story is important, because it can motivate us to also conduct digital adoptions. Amazing, from terang bulan through to terang malam. So the facility people can, there's infrastructure built, yeah, because of the presence of Grab merchant. Rizky, if we're talking about improvement of technology adoption, what are your strategy at Grab to include more and more people, more and more partners in digital economy? Well, if I may add, as Ibu Mira mentioned, digital literacy, because we have to actively educate people. As much as we push for ease and accessibility, there are still segments and areas that are naturally, unfortunately, left behind. That's why this morning we signed an MOU with Ministry of Communication and Informatics for digital literacy. That is very important. And then secondly, our focus, there is, of course, the transition, yeah, as information, we continue developing technology, When we are developing technology, we are looking from, the lowest level that our consumers and partners have, yeah. So if it is adopted by, if the gadgets are still, adopted by those who are not, who do not, or who are not able to access devices as sophisticated as yours, then the Grab applications can still be run at 3G as well. So we care and look at from the lowest level as well. And now we are going to continue with the discussion from private and public sector to use the strength of digital economy. Yes, I've read your research. Indonesia has to be, transformed into a country based on innovations instead of human resources. So it's more than that. My question, Prof. Bambang, how government can create inclusive transition, inclusive and sustainable towards digital innovations where no one is left behind. What I pay attention to, recent development on digital transformation. The key is Indonesia needs to use the strength of the human resources. We have to be able to start to combine capability of our human resources to optimize our natural resources. That is what we mean by economy based on innovation. Why this is important? Because if we are still looking or working based on the current paradigm, explorations of our natural resources, we worry that Indonesia will continue to become a market. We are not, producer, but also consumer. But only consumer, targeted by, major or large producer. This is a warning. Of course, sometimes, natural resources make us, live easily, to produce something with high margin, don't need effort, don't need high or sophisticated knowledge. Yeah, I know that, but we need to transform. We need to be based. We need to build or develop our country based on innovation, so that we can shift from natural resources to human resources. So government and society must work together to accelerate digital transformation. At the beginning, of course, pandemic accelerate digital transformations, yeah, digital transformation. But the question is, after the pandemic, yeah, after the pandemic, what is the agenda? What will be the agenda of digital transformation in Indonesia? So how we can encourage a more inclusive digital transformation, because digital transformations can be accelerated if it answers the majority of the needs of Indonesian society. So if it's only accessed by a certain group that that can use resources, yeah, so this is what we have to realize from the very beginning. We have to prevent from the very beginning. We have to conduct transformation, not only in terms of infrastructure, coverage, network, and speed, and also education on digital skills and preparing digital talent. So not only that, in addition to that, the most important thing from the start, the most important thing from the side of the government and also startups and unicorns, how to answer the problem, the need of the society, how to make the society more inclusive. From the side of economy, the presence of a platform means extended market. When we're talking about market, both modern market and traditional market is basically an encounter, yeah? An encounter between seller and buyer, but through online platform they meet, yeah? They meet online, but not only involve sellers and buyers, but other parties as well, suppliers, logistics, other services that benefit from the transaction. So that is how we create inclusivity. Digital transformation that we need to do post-pandemic, it's a transformation that continue to strengthen economic platform to accelerate inclusivity in digital economy. Thank you very much, Prof. Bambang. The strengthening, and now from the government side, Ibu Mira, as mentioned by Pak Bambang, what kind of investment that public sectors have to provide in order to be able to accelerate startup and entrepreneurs to use to be part of digital economy. So we read a study, the study of Alpha WC Ventures that said that startup is developed more in tier 1 cities, yeah, because it's easier to access. So when we are talking about equity, equal opportunity, our focus and attention also must go to tier 2 and tier 3 cities through infrastructure and digital literacy. But specifically for startup development, Ministry of Communication and Informatics, we have a programs beginning from beta school, ideation stage, and then the national movement of 1,000 digital startup hub ID. We also go further to game industry. So we and all of those under the umbrella of startupdigital.id. So down to the stage of matchmaking with venture. So we have help with the funding. This is one of the, if I may promote G20, Ministry of Communication and Informatics. In G20, our focus is post-COVID-19 recovery and connectivity. Not only physical connectivity, but also people connectivity. Our focus is digital innovation network, how the curated startup, we facilitate not only to get funding, but also mentoring and wisdom from global players. So we believe that this is not only a continuous program, but also a program that can engage many others. This is something that we are really very proud of, because the number of unicorns, our unicorns throughout the pandemic, actually we have additions in our unicorns. Yes, we can have more problems, but we have more solutions, because because in the past there are startups that are only following trends, but we also have let's join health sector, edutech, including agriculture as well. The use of IoT, the use of AI to improve the quality and the productivity. So us with ministries and public agencies, public institutions, we have affirmative program to nurture and to develop these startups. Amazing, Ibu Mira, and I will continue with Pak Rizky. Similar question. As a main platforms in Indonesia, how Grab can support economy, especially smaller startup. So as we support actively development of startup. We have Grab Ventures Velocity. This is an accelerator program for startups. So this we have done this for 4 times. We are very lucky that the minister, Pak Joni Plate, also attend the inaugurations as well. So what are the stages in Grab Ventures Velocities? The program is tailored for them. Their workshop program, there's a workshop program. The workshop program provides a platform not only for discussion but also development. Now, when we're talking about workshops, we have 6 startup accelerators, classroom, but maybe they have their own concerns that they need to consult. So in addition to workshop, we also have a one-on-one mentorship that facilitate personal problems, for them to conduct mentorship from Grab and also other industry players. for them to be able to share their specific issues, specific needs. And we also have piloting concept as well. A startup have great ideas and have a great potentials, but in order to conduct piloting, they don't have a market. So in order to collaborate with Grab, Grab, they can tap into some part of our market, of our users, to see whether the idea works, so that they can have study cases as well. Talking about funding, the next step is, of course, we have Impact Day for them to meet potential investors, concept mentoring, so that it's not only ideation but also data growth that can be witnessed. The last session we conduct GVV 4th with BRI Ventures. There are some success stories such as iSeller, talking about how to build a community online platform. We have a dagangan to connect supply chains, to connect SMEs as well, including needs of vegetables. And Maju Initiatives is also a system that is created for SMEs to develop themselves. It is very, very important. This is what we do for this startup to progress. For this startup to progress, you can also try Clean and Flex. Clean and Flex, I highly promote this. We collaborate with our startups, the startups that we train. You can fix if you need fixing with your air conditioners or your couch, your sofas, Clean and Fix. We are engaging SMEs, so not only advancing startups but also advancing SMEs. Big round of applause. Amazing initiatives by Grab. And ladies and gentlemen, the next is, if we're talking about the development of research, we're also talking about risk. I would like to ask the same questions to all of our resource person. What kind of risks that we are witnessing on the technology-based business? Of course, in each opportunity there is risks and challenges. If we're looking at the development of digital technology and also business model, one thing that we need to pay attention to, there is a major difference between conventional business and digital business. In conventional business, there is a market share, and then there's a market leader. Company A has 40% of market share, and business company B under 40%, and company compete to become market leader. In digital technology, based on my observation, there is a phenomenon, the winner takes all phenomenon. Of course, it doesn't mean that there's only one company that lead the market, but the number is quite big. 70, 80%. The 20%, the 30% divided between other companies that are still relevant in the context of the competition. The risk is on the market structures. That is according to most economists. They say that we have to avoid how the economic system that we built based on market share turn into monopoly again. So we have to provide that. So we avoid monopoly, oligopoly, cartel, etc. But the nature of digital business, there's an opportunity for winner takes all. One of the example is the use of chat messages. In the past, we have BBM or BlackBerry Messenger. And then when WhatsApp appeared, WhatsApp has a wider ecosystem. It seems like WhatsApp is the only one, the only one that provides, text messaging. When in fact there are other players. But it seems like, WhatsApp is the only alternatives. While in the conventional business, when we have one product that are not available, it's easy for us to turn into other products. So that is, I guess, one of the risks, one of the risks from the digital transformation. I guess, yes, Professor, the next question, same questions to Ibu Mira. What are the risks? What can you observe as risk and how we mitigate that? So from the side of the government, following up to Prof. Bambang, how we create fair playing field. In 3-4 years ago, the argument between offline and online, local and foreign, formal platform, informal platform, the debate was serious. But now we would like to see everyone to coexist. Allow me to share an example from the context of media. Media knows how to create program, how to create or report for news, but then they are taken over by digital platforms. So the dynamics of digital, the ever-changing dynamics of digital, challenging from the side of the government, challenge the government to also create a corridor. That is the first thing. Secondly, this is a problem that we need to address together, because this is our responsibility on personal data protection. The more people using digital technology, the more massive, the more intensive the use of digital technology, how we are aware for personal data protection. So digital platform must be, we have our regulations that is currently under deliberations, but platform also needs to protect consumer data for us not to, arbitrarily, for us not to carelessly post on social media, for instance. These are some of the issues that we need to focus on, that we need to mitigate immediately. and it can backfire to because this situation can backfire into our digital economic development. Thank you. What about you, Pak Rizky? Same questions. How to mitigate risks? First, I have three risks. First, I agree on data privacy, data privacy, but not only data privacy, but also data safety. How do we mitigate? We respect data privacy. We do not engage in any form with a third party that can compromise the data privacy. We also have our data privacy officer that ensure this. Data safety is also very important. For data safety, we also have emergency button, zero tolerance to violence. We collaborate with many institutions and commissions involved. Secondly, our concerns, as part of our concern, how we look at tier 2, tier 3 cities that are at risk of being left behind, but we're not looking at it as a risk, but we're looking at the potential. We have the program that we call Kota Masa Depan, kolaborasi nyata untuk masa depan, or real collaborations for the future, where we develop 10 SMEs or MSMEs to selected cities. And we see the success. We see that they are growing. So in the development of digital, not only digital aspects required by these SMEs, we receive inputs from the mayor of Solo how to build the capacity. Packaging for easier and safer delivery. Logo is also part of our SMEs development. Finally, very important, talent. There is a risk for us of lacking digital talent. This is really our attention as well. At the moment, we are at the Grab Education Center in the place very specific called BJ Habibie Hall. We use technology development for SMEs. So development of talent, not only those who are skillful, but those who are also understand who they are serving. So not only good quality, but also proper, especially for SMEs. Thank you. Thank you very much, Pak Rizky. Pak Rizky's answers and today's panel discussion. Thank you very much, Pak Rizky. Thank you very much, Prof. Bambang. Thank you very much, Ibu Mira. Before we close today's session, we are going to have a group photo. Everyone ready for a group photo? Yes, 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Thank you very much. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much, our resource person, Pak Rizky, Professor Bambang. Thank you very much for Ibu Mira. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of our discussion this morning. I would like to extend my highest gratitude to all speakers, to all panelists for Tech for Good Institute, Ms. Ming Tan, and also Dr. Bambang, and from and Bapak Edi Wijaya as well, and our panelists. Thank you very much. And all of you participants attending, we hope that digital economy can contribute to economic recovery post-pandemic. With your support, we hope that Tech for Good Institute can continue producing great research for the good. So please always adhere to health and safety protocol. My name is Aziza Hanum. See you in the next event. Thank you.